The Target Series heads up to northeastern Pennsylvania as we're here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania for the running of the Gertrude Hawk 250. Eli Brett looking for another Pocono win. The Target Series has the pole for today's race. Alexander on the 76 is 2 outside. Then third of Jason Larker, fourth is Levi Shones, and Nathan Orman rounds out the top 5. In 6th place, it's Derek Hamill. 7th place is Jeff Bright. In 8th, it's Greg Torres. 9th place, we have Riley Spurley with Trey Rainey 3rd in points, rounding up the top 10. The rest of the field, Max Anderson 11th, 2 outside, Trip McGinnis in the 01. Then we have Kashawn Richardson with Steve Larker, along with Luke Rainey, a Pennsylvania native, with Anton Charlepot, who's inside. Then we have William Bowman with Cole Luigi, along with Mike Burrow and Jennifer Buford. Then there's Samet Oskin, and 2nd in points, Paul Taylor, along with Mathis Wells and his teammate Colton Yo. Then there's Patrick Smith and Sebastian Kukulon, along with Jose Mills and Franz Device. Then we have Greg Lee and Simon Bloomfield, along with Ryan Brommer and Jonathan Rains. Then there's Danny Lloyd and William Seaman, along with Justin Zidell and Anthony Hernandez. Then with Ann McDowell and George Cooper, along with Jake Gowan, who is our points leader coming into the race, but starting in the 40th position, who's inside Dylan Rahim in the 36th. And in the final row, Diego Lopez in the 0, who's outside the 15 of Oliver Galloway, their 2 teammates. So there's our 42-car field for the Gertrude Hawk 250 here at Pocono. Let's go to trackside and fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And our 42 Target Series engines come to life here in the Pocono Raceway as we get ready to go racing around this tricky triangle in northeastern Pennsylvania. The 42 cars roll up the starting grid. Junior Motorsports' Eli Bright will lead the field to the green flag. So Jake Gower points there starting at the back of the field. Paul Taylor starting mid-pack. Can someone third on back try and take advantage? Trey Rainey starts inside the top 10 as he will start in the 10th position, the 52. Can he try and gain points? He's 3rd in points coming into the race. 15 laps here. Pocono's going to be a crazy one for sure. Pace car and Eli Bright Alexander to the front stretch to the restart zone. And we are green in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. The wall. It was the 90 and the 88. Larker and Eli Bright, they nail the wall as Orman made 3 wide. Everyone fanning out, trying to get out of the way is Eli and Larker. They slap towards turn 3 and 4 wall as 90's into it now, but coming off turn 3 to lead lap 1. It's Orman and Jeff Bright side by side. Give it to Jeff Bright to lead lap 1 by inches over Orman. Here comes Raspberry to the 8 to the outside, pushing the 2 forward to turn number 1. And Eli and Larker are falling big time through the field there on the outside, falling back. Their chance of that win could be dashed already. Spurley going to shoot the middle. Oh, he tried. Orman blocks it. Now down Long Pond straightaway. Orman, Spurley to 1 and 2. Jeff Bright falls back to 3rd. Look at the 20 get up in line. Alexander coming out of line, the 76 car. Orman keeps the lead for now in the 2. Jeff Bright back to 2nd. Alex for the lead again. To the inside of the 2. A little sideways there for Jeff Bright, but keeps it to the inside to turn 3. I think he's going to have it. This flat turn 3, the inside lane is the preferred. How about Alexander Rowe, though? He got a good run coming off turn 3. It's going to be challenging Jeff to lead the 2nd lap. But it's going to be back-to-back laps led for Jeff Bright, leads lap 2 of the event. Rowe to the inside of the 76. He's looking for a challenge to turn 1. The car's trying to get down in line. They're fanning out, entering turn 1, but Rowe got a big push there and got clear of the 1. So Jeff Bright did not get the push down the front stretch they needed, and now he's up top 3 wide. Max Anderson forced middle lane. Here comes Kashawn Richardson, 2-time winner this season. Down low, 3 wide. Paul Taylor 2nd in points. Pushing forward with Colton on the 9. Anderson up in line. Here comes Kashawn Richardson for the lead in the tunnel turn. He's to the inside. He's got the position to take it right here. He is clear already. Richardson through to the lead. Here comes Colton Yo for 3rd. Could be for 2nd. But Rowe gets it back off turn 3, back to the inside of the 20. A great corner for Alexander Rowe. Gets it meets the 20. And side by side, Richardson leads lap 3 now. But here comes Colton Yo as those 2 are side by side for the lead in the draft. He has a huge run. Where does he take it now? He's looking low. Rowe trying to complete the pass on Kashawn Richardson. The 20 wound up on the top side. The 76 trying to slide up. Not quite clear. The 20 fights back. Narrows Colton Young, the 9 go. Here comes Mike Burrow, the 45, down low with a challenge. But they're still side by side, still made up front for the lead. Rowe inside, Richardson outside. To the tunnel turn. 76 flies around the 20. Contact! For a second, Richardson's in the outside wall. Comes back down. He's upside down. Luigi hits him. Steve Larker, Patrick Smith, 51 up into the racetrack. And big damage to the 21 others up in the air. From the top 5, Kashawn Richardson spun around. And that is our first yellow of the race. On lap 4, it's Alexander Rowe back in front with Mike Burrow second. And a ton of torn-up race cars on the backstretch. Wells, there's Richardson, the first one to go around. Patrick Smith, Ryan Brommer, Samet Oskin, Eli Bright started on pole. Justin Zidell, Ebrahimian, Oliver Galloway's all torn up. George Cooper, William Bullen. There's Luke Rain and McDowell. Kukulon. There's Cole Luigi the 42. Steve Larker the 51. Jason Larker the 90. Nick Galloway, our points leader. Danny Lloyd, the 21 involved. There's Jennifer Buford, Franz Device, Diego Yapez. A ton of torn-up race cars. In the accident coming off the tunnel turn. And Derek Hamill was not involved in the crash, but under caution from 5th position, blowing up on the racetrack. So mechanical issues for Gertrude. Set to restart inside the top 5, Derek Hamill. But the caution is out, and about 10-15 cars collected. And the big one in the short 2, Kashawn Richardson, done for the day in the 20 car. The 20 car went from battling for the race lead to torn up. As the 76 Alexander drives by on the inside for the lead, Richardson slides up the racetrack. Colton Yo, the 9, follows him up and really just turns him right there. Hooks him down into the outside wall for the 20, shoots back down. Patrick Smith hits him up in the air for the 20. Cole Luigi right there hits Richardson. He goes upside down. Steve Larker impacts the outside wall and comes back up. There's Jeff right there for Luke Ray. Got his damage. There's the 38. Jeff slams on the brakes. I think he gets away. But look at Luigi come up and they get so many others. George Cooper, Zidell, Adam McDowell. There's Eli Bright, William Bullen. Along with the 16, Jennifer Buford. I mean, stack up here off turn 2. Aggressive by Colton Yo for sure. I think it was a little over-aggressive. My goodness. And they just piled in behind as well. I mean, look at it again. So here they are. The 76 really gets by. The 20 must have lost some grip up there. And the 9 really just drives it in hard and takes out the 20. Wipes it out for sure. Trey Rainey barely misses, but Cole Luigi had nowhere to go, and he's actually going to impact the inside wall and come back up as well. And look at, oh, see Larker get flipped up in the air? My goodness. That was crazy, for sure. Let's look at another angle of this. This is looking down the short chute, so you can get a great view of this. Luigi on the inside, right inside the top 15 when he gets collected. Rouse Bridger did a nice job getting around the outside. Same with Jeff Wright. He did get some damage, but the 1 and 88 and the 90 were really back there involved in this because remember the lap 1 incident that they had from battling for the race lead. Eli and Larker make contact down to the outside wall. They drop back, and now they're back in the middle of this, and that's why they're involved. Going aboard the 88 of Eli Bright, started on pole, involved in this one. There was a hole in the top side. It quickly closed up for the 88 as all the cars started coming back up the racetrack. Jake Galloway came in the race as the points leader, but he's involved in the big one here off turn 2. See how some of those cars took really hard. It basically came to a stop. Steve Larker also involved, the 51 car. So he's involved big time. One more on board. Sebastian Kukulon won this race last season. The 4 car involved in this, and he will not be able to try and go for 2 in a row in the Target Series at Pocono. See, that was crazy. There are cars in the air everywhere, cars upside down. And back in front, Alexander left the field behind and said, you guys sell that for yourselves. Alexander back in front of the 76. Hamill set to restart 5th, blows up. That's going to shake up the running order of the Gertrude 250. Alexander restart at the front of the field. Because of this crash, Not many cars are left in the race as we set to restart with 7 to go on lap number 9. Adam McDowell, Justin Zedell, Ryan Brommer, along Jason Larker, Steve Larker, Cole Luigi, Sebastian Kukulon, Mathis Wells, Keshawn Richardson, Eli Bright, William Bolin, Oliver Galloway, Jake Galloway, Danny Lloyd, Luke Rainey, Patrick Smith, Jeffrey Buford, France Device, Derek Hamel because of a valve. The list goes on and on. Only 23 cars are on the racetrack, a lot of which are damaged and slower. Back green, Alexander Rowe, Mike Burrow, Paul Taylor second in points, Max Harrison, Levi Jones in the front 5 for the restart. And Paul Taylor wasting no time in the 99 to break low. And he knows this is his shot to take the points lead. Jake Galloway's out, Paul Taylor's inside the top 5. He's going to try and get it right here. Look at Levi Jones. It's been a long time since he's won the Target Series. He'd love to win another one, that's for sure. Down the backstretch, help to the outside lane. The inside kind of scarce right now. And just shuffling through. Trey Rainey on the inside. Native of Pennsylvania. How sweet would it be if he could win here at Pocono in the Target Series. But Alexander Rowe is the man out in front and dominating currently in the Gertrude 250. They have to beat him first. Paul Taylor needs to get down line right here in front of Levi Jones to have a shot that's 76. Rowe did not get off turn 3 well like he has been, and Taylor closes in the 99. Good run off turn 3 down the front stretch. Riley Spraytube emerged into the top 5 in the 8 car. 6 to go in Pocono. Paul Taylor there in the draft to turn number 1. Trying to get to Alexander Rowe and make a charge at him. Jones, the 00 made a move. Paul Taylor slides up off turn 1. Up towards the wall and about 4 wide further back in the field. They store it for now back down to 3 wide. But Jones now for a second guy. Good run off turn 1. He's to the inside. He's going to get by Paul Taylor easily. Jones flies around the 99. Trey Rainey going to try to do the same. Jones for the lead. They're wrecking in the tunnel. Another wreck. Colton Yo involved in the 9. We're coming back around to 5 to go. So it should be a 1-lap dash to the checker flag. And where do you want to be on this 1-lap dash? Can Jones get back ahead of Alexander Rowe? The question. Here they come off turn 3. Battling back to the start-finish line for the race lead on the final restart. It's going to be Alexander Rowe by a nose. Jones is going to be second, though. That could be a good position as well. Trey Rainey in third. Jonathan Rains, Colton Yo involved. Matt Oskin as they wrecked in the tunnel turn again just after we took the restart. Massive crash. Let's see the reason. Another case of a driver driving in too hard into turn number 2. It's Jonathan Rains this time down low, and Colton Yo gets a little taste of his own medicine, I guess you could say, because remember, he was the one that spun Keshawn Richardson in the first yell. This time, the 61 up into the 9 just body slams it up into the outside wall. Mike Burrow nowhere to go. Those 3 hit hard. Then into it comes the 35 of Simon Bloomfield. Greg Torres in the 39 may have gotten collected right there. But 4 cars hard into the outside wall with damage. And this should set up a very late race restart with 1 to go, with Alexander Rowe, the dominant car of the day, out in front and in control. Harder for those 3 very nice. Well, those 4 collected in the tunnel turn, and now we have a late race restart for the 76 Alexander Rowe to deal with. Jones tried to get to him, couldn't get by him. It's going to be Alexander Rowe out front in the Gertrude 250. Can he hold on? Win here in Pocono. 1-lap dash here in Pocono. 2.5 miles to determine a winner of the Gertrude 250. We've had more names to the retiree list. Jonathan Rains, Diego Yepes, George Cooper, Simon Bloomfield. 19 cars get to finish this thing on the racetrack and running. Alexander Rowe trying to hold off the challenge from behind. It's Levi Jones with Trey Rainey, Riley Spraytube, Paul Taylor second in points to the front 5. Who gets the trophy in Pocono? Green and white together. We're back racing at Pocono. Jones tried to look low. 00 got a good start, but Trey Rainey got a better one. It's a 52 takes to the bottom. It could be all over. Rainey down low on the 52. That's what Alexander wanted to see. Because now they can't battle him. Or can they? Trey Rainey fighting back on the inside. Wants to win in his home track. He's looking down. Long pond straightaway for the final time. Paul Taylor, the 99, the 52's pusher, but they're side by side behind the 76. A dive bomb to the tunnel turn is all Trey Rainey needs, though. To the tunnel for Trey. He's trying to get there. He's to the inside of Alexander Rowe. Trying to win his own track. Here comes Trey Rainey into turn number 3 with the lead. Third in points, looking for his second win of the season. He slides up a little bit. Paul Taylor in the gas off turn 3. Can't get to Trey Rainey. He can't. Off turn 3. Pocono win for the Pennsylvania native. Trey Rainey wins the Gertrude 250 at the Pocono Raceway in a last lap pass over the dominant car of Alexander Rowe, who falls to third at the end. Trey Rainey, the winner here at Pocono, his second of the season. and he will definitely close into that points lead, but Paul Taylor, second in points, could possibly be the new points leader with a second place finish. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Gertrude Hawk 250 at the Pocono Raceway. 2 caution flags for 8 laps, and 4 lead changes among 5 different drivers. Trey Rainey leading 1 lap. The only one he needed to lead was the last one. He gets to victory lane here at his home track. Paul Taylor ends up second here today and takes over the points lead with that. Alexander Rose started second, 11 of 15 laps led, most of those under yellow, but still had a dominant car. He ends up third, heartbreak for being passed on the last lap in the tunnel turn. Max Harrison ends up fourth with Nathan Ormond in fifth. Levi Shones might have been one of the best positions on the restart. He ends up sixth. The 52 just got too good of a restart for the 00 to try and make a move on the 76. Anthony Nez ends up seventh. Riley Spraytube eighth. Jose Mills and Greg Torres were the final drivers inside the top 10. Let's look at the top 20. Only 19 cars finished the race. That's how crazy of a Pokemon race it was. It's not even like it was really a wreck fest. We had 2 caution flags for 8 laps, which is over half the race. But you look at it, the first crash really took out more than half the field, maybe about half the field. As we look down, 21st to 40th, all these drivers out from crashes. 24th on down, out from the first yellow of the race. It was a crazy race. Jake Galloway, a 30th place finish, a bad day here at Pocono, takes him out of the points lead, but he's still very close. And also 2 victories, in a good position to take the wildcard spot if a drastic change were to happen to him in points, or if he were to maybe fall outside. The 18 car, Justin Zeidel, the whole 18 team has just had a horrible season, an abysmal season. Not a top 10 finish for that car so far, and Zeidel takes it to a 41st place finish, being involved in that big crash there on lap number 3. And here are the point standings after Pocono. It's Paul Taylor taking over the points lead by only 8, as Trey Rainey with his win moves up to second in points, only 8 behind the 99. Jake Galloway falls to 30, he's only 16 points back. Anthony Nez is 4th in points, he's a good ways back of those 3. And Greg Lee rounds out the top 5, with Franz DeVice in 6th, Steve Larker 7th, Danny Lloyd in 8th, Jeff Bright and Dylan Ebrahimian are the final drivers inside the top 10. As we look at the top 20, Luke Rainey, a bad day here at Pocono, falls below the top 10. However, that win saving him right now as he's into a wildcard spot. And he's also only 2 points behind the top 10. Really, it's very close here in this Target Series to be inside the top 10 points. Danny Lloyd is only 4 points behind Steve Larker. So you look from Larker on down to about Bloomfield. You know, it's close. Larker is only 4 ahead of Lloyd, who's only 1 ahead of Bright, who's only 2 ahead of Ebrahimian, who's only 2 ahead of Luke Rainey, who's only 5 ahead of George Cooper, who's only 9 ahead of Simon Bloomfield. So it's very close for about 7th to about 13th to try and get inside the top 10 in the points. Sebastian Kukulon, still the driver with the most top 10s on the season, 7 top 10s for the driver of the 4. However, it's been so inconsistent that he's not inside the top 10 points, currently 14th for the driver of the 4. Look down 21st to 4th and some winners down here. Mike Burrows 25th in the point standings. You look, Jonathan Rains is 29th, Trip McGinnis 30th, Adam McDowell 31st. Down here, Greg Torres is 37th. These winners need to get it in gear if they want to have a shot to make the chase. Mike Burrows only 5 points outside, or 5 spots outside the top 20 points. But for drivers like Rains, McGinnis, McDowell, who are down there, Greg Torres even further down, a win or 2 is needed in top 10s basically every race down till the chase, because we are getting close to the chase. I mean, we're only about 8 races from the Target Series season number 8 chase for the championship. Look down here, obviously the 18 crew, Zeidel, Jefferson, bad seasons. Zeidel's about to be in his 8th race. Jay Jefferson drove the first 8 races in that car, so we'll have to see how they kind of compared in terms of points. Obviously, that team, not the season they've been won. They have not scored a top 10 for the 18 so far. So with that wacky Pocono race out of the way, we now head to the Super Speedway swing in the Target Series. We go to Talladega for the NR2003. 3 and 4 wide racing abound here at this racetrack. I will see you guys then.